What's up everybody, Noble Comics here, back for the second round of our quarterfinals for the Tournament of Power. This time we're going to be looking at Thor versus Broly from Dragon Ball Super. First, let's look at the results of the last match, Vegeta versus Dr. Doom. And as we can see here, Vegeta will be taking the W with about 80% of the votes over Dr. Doom, which is better than I expected. I was hoping Dr. Doom would put up more of a fight there. But, you know, it is what it is, and Vegeta's going to be moving on to our semi-finals, which are coming up quick. On to today's fight, though. Broly versus Thor. This one is kind of a tough one, right? Both super powerful characters, both sort of the upper echelon within their own respective universes. So, it's definitely not cut and dry. Looking at each character individually, starting with Thor, obviously, you know, Prince of the Asgardians, and in this version it's not going to be any like King Thor or Rune King Thor, Odin Force, nothing like that. This is normal base Thor, no power cosmic, just regular Thor. But even then he's no slouch, right? He's probably the most powerful hero on Earth. He's constantly been shown to be on par with some of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. He's gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk, gone toe-to-toe with people like Thanos. He's even fought Galactus, he's fought Silver Surfer. Overall, just taken many hits from planet-busting forces, surviving, you know, exploding stars, all that stuff. Your typical comic book loadout, right? And he's been able to dish out hits that shatter planets. When he was fighting Gore the God Butcher, his blows were so powerful that nearby planets were being ravaged and shattering. The guy's extremely powerful, way above planet level, could easily crush planets, especially with Mjolnir, which is driving his striking power up even more. Thor's got incredible endurance. He can fight for literally months at a time. Speed-wise, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but way faster than a normal human. Definitely has way faster reaction speed. With Mjolnir, he can fly. I think they say he can fly at like light speed in the comic. But combat speed, he's definitely very fast, you know, relative to the Marvel Universe. So he's certainly no slouch. And I think that from that we get a pretty good feel of his power level, right? Top tier, way more than planet, star, whatever, plus warrior, extreme strength, extreme power, extreme endurance. All that stuff that you expect, right? Looking at Broly. So if you remember in our last match, this is Dragon Ball Super Broly, and we still really only have the Broly movie to go off of when talking about this character's power. And in that we see him grow in power throughout the movie, right? He starts out getting crushed by just base level Goku and Vegeta, but he's gradually getting angrier and stronger throughout the movie, and he's eventually going toe-to-toe with, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, and not going toe-to-toe with them, but actually manhandling them to a great degree. We don't see a lot of his destructive capabilities in this movie, though we can really extrapolate to what they are, because look, the Dragon Ball Z Broly, who is leagues below this guy, was able to casually blow up planets, and has even stated, I think, that he destroyed a galaxy, or like most of a galaxy. And again, if he's scaling to Super Saiyan Blue, that's like flick your finger, destroy a planet type power, right? So we know he's extremely powerful, extremely durable, as he's taking hits from these people, and taking hits from Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue, but he was actually able to fight back a little bit against Super Saiyan Gogeta. I don't know quite how that would scale to like a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but he was able to take hits from Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which is probably even more impressive, super high durability. Wasn't able to land a hit on him, so we know his speed definitely has a cap, and he is unskilled as a fighter compared to somebody like Thor, or compared to people like Goku and Vegeta, though that didn't stop him from whipping some ass. And as far as power output, like I said, I'm assuming his destructive capabilities are far beyond planet level, right? Galaxy plus whatever. But I do want to point out, like I did in the previous fight, that he was able to just wail on Frieza, Golden Frieza, for like an hour without Frieza dying. It was just for like a solid hour straight in the movie. He's wailing on Frieza, and Frieza's still alive. And this is whenever that debate happens of like who's stronger, Jiren or Broly. I think it's definitely Jiren because the attitude of fighting this character in Dragon Ball Super, right, was like this guy's the strongest guy ever. We have to win or, the universe is going to be destroyed. But he's this impossibly strong being where it's like I'm giving my all and it's still not good enough and he's probably going to kill me. Versus Broly, it's more like, wow, this guy's really strong. I want to see how strong he is. But you never really feel like their lives are in danger fighting Broly, right? There's just not that same sense of urgency. And I think that does reflect that his power level's not that high. Not as high as someone like Jiren, but he's definitely extremely powerful. So that said, putting these two head to head, who comes out on top? When it comes to pure striking power, I don't know who's stronger, but I'm probably leaning towards Thor based on what we saw again against Vegeta and what we've seen Thor be able to do to actual gods within the Marvel universe, right? We've seen him wail on guys like Thanos. We've seen him wail on people like Gore the God Butcher. We've seen him fight, Hercules, shatter planets, all that stuff. He's obviously extremely strong with his striking power. Durability-wise, I'd say it probably goes to Broly because of his feats of taking hits from Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is probably higher than anything I can think of that Thor has going for him. Fighting ability and speed. Now, Broly probably does have more speed, I'll say, but I actually don't think it's quite the speed blitz, completely wipes this guy off the map that people may assume it is. Because Broly is not all that fast in the movie. He's more just pure raw power. And Thor is quite fast and quite skilled, and so I don't think that they would be uneven on that aspect. The only thing that I think really hurts Thor in this match is that Broly is very similar to the Hulk in terms of their strength is ramping up as the fight goes on. And Thor doesn't have the greatest track record against the Hulk. I think Thor is more powerful than the Hulk, and I think in a straight fight, Thor would win more often than not. However, usually in the comics, when this fight happens, Hulk wins. Not every time, but a lot of the time. And Hulk probably does have greater strength than Broly. Hulk might even have better durability due to his healing factor than Broly. But the fact of the matter is that Hulk and Thor are classic opponents, and it's not a clear-cut victory for Thor. And I think you translate that to someone like Broly, who's similarly ramping up in power, but not only that, he's probably faster than the Hulk. He may be outputting more destructive power than the Hulk, and he can fly, and he may have more durability. Again, that's kind of hard to say. In the end, I think it would be a good fight. And I'm not totally certain who would win. I think I'm kind of leaning towards Broly winning, but I could honestly see it going either way. I think Thor could eventually put Broly down, especially if he's using something like the God Blast. But I could very easily see Broly wiping the floor with Thor, like he did with Goku and Vegeta. But as always, it's up to you guys to vote and see who is going to join Vegeta in the semifinals. So make sure you go vote, and I'll see you in the next one.